Heather Mitz here, running my business, my family, and my life.
Hello, how are you guys? I am Heather Mitz, and I am happy you guys have hopped on to listen to some key tips on how you can set yourself apart from other stylists. And so my goal here today is to really just share with you 5 simple things that you can do as a Color Street stylist to make sure that your customer knows you and becomes your loyal fan, your loyal customer. Make them someone that is always shopping with you and they're not bouncing around from stylist to stylist. When you're hopping on, whether you're here right now live, and you'll know you're live because the red's up there in the corner, or even if you hop on later on, just let me know you stopped by. I'd love it if you shared some of your key takeaways at the end. That way we can sort of get a feed going on some of the things that you learned and maybe some other ideas that you have as well. So my first key tip to being a stylist that is set apart from other stylists is follow-up. Are you following up with your customers from the very beginning? So let's say you go to a vendor event, you meet someone, you put a sample on them. Did you grab their name? Did you grab their email or their phone number so you can follow up after the event? Hey, Heather, how are you guys? And Jessica, Danielle, I see a bunch of you are hopping on. I really appreciate it. If you're new to Color or to Team Dreaming, there are, I think 72 was the final count last night before I went to bed, and I actually went to bed before midnight, so we could have even more than that. So I guess I should stop real quick and just introduce myself. I am Heather Mitz. I'm an executive director here with Color Street. I've been a stylist since December of 2017, and if you're on this team, you are part of our wonderful Dreamin' Big team, and my goals here in Team Dreaming, inside of our group, is to give you a lot of tools to be successful as a stylist. So if you ever need anything, if there's anything that you ever want to learn more on, just ask questions, because we are all here to support each other, help each other grow, learn, and be the most amazing stylist that we can be. So back to follow-up. You're at this vendor event, you put a sample on them. Did you grab any information from them so you can follow up with them? Or let's say you're having a party and you sent out some samples to some of the potential customers, the friends of the hostess. Did you get any way to follow up with those people? Follow up is key at whatever part of your Color Street business that you're in, whether you send them that sample for the first time, or you have sent out an order to them, or they were your hostess. Once you start that follow-up process where you have a system in place, and I'm not going to go over systems because we have videos and we have training material on how to do a follow-up system with customers, but once you have that system in place, you are going to ensure that you are connecting with your customers on a regular basis, and not just by posting something on social media, but by actually having touch points with those customers. That will set you apart. There are so many people in direct sales, so many consultants, stylists, whatever business they're in, that never follow up. They get that first sale and they never follow up, which is why sometimes we'll have a sale, they'll love the product, and then you'll find out they are shopping with someone else now. That means we dropped the ball, ladies. If they are now shopping with someone else, or they joined with someone else, there's a chance that we dropped the ball and we didn't do follow-up. So make sure, tip 1, that you are following up with your customers, people that have bought from you, that have tried samples from you, that you've met at vendor events and parties, so that they know that you are still there, you are still their stylist, and you want to help them out. Now, let's say a customer has ordered. This is tip 2. Did you send them a thank you? You got an order on the website and it processed through. Whether you know them or you don't know them, did you send them a personalized thank you? Every single time any customer ever orders from me, I send them a personalized thank you. I have, and what I use, guys, I'm going to show you. I have a little box. This is my daughter's job. She has to put my mailing labels and my stamps on my boxes. So I just get boxes and I fill them with already pre-stamped and the address labels on there, so I'm ready to rock and roll anytime I get an order. I also have these little cards. They're just postcard size, so they fit in my envelope perfectly. I am not a licker of things, so mine are the self-addressed ones that I don't even have to lick. I go on here, I write a personalized thank you, something like, thanks so much for your order. Oh my gosh, I love that Christmas set that you ordered. I then go into my little baggie of samples, which, guys, I've been doing this for 2 years, so I'm a hoarder of things. I've got all different shades and glitters and solids and whatever, and I pick a sample that would match well with whatever set they purchase. Now, if you're new and this isn't something you can do, that's okay. You could still send them a sample, let them know they could share it with a friend, or they could use it as a mixed mani idea if they wanted to. So I grab that, I write a little customized note on the back of my note card that has all my information. Some of my customers probably have like 30 of these now, and I know they're probably going in, they're grabbing the sample that I've stuck to the back, and they're throwing it away, and that's okay, because they are still getting my thank you, and they know that I'm appreciating their business. And like I said, I pick out a sample that matches. I have these little thank you stickers that look like this, and then I just stick my little thank you right here on the back of my card. So I'm always following up. So if you are not following up with your customers, if you are not sending them thank yous when they order to you, I would encourage you to do that, because, and I just realized I haven't scrolled on comments, so I'm going to catch up on comments here in a second and answer any questions that I might have missed from tip number 1. But that's my tip number 2 is every time someone orders from you, whether you're sending them a direct message or a private message, or you're giving them a text on the phone, depending on what kind of connection you have with them, or you're going as far as that personalized handwritten note, make sure that you are saying thank you every single time. Even if it's their 50th order from you, tell them thank you again, guys. Just like when our kids went trick-or-treating last night, they knocked on 50 doors, and I made them say thank you 50 times. We're going to say thank you every single time. All right, so Kim, I'm going back to your comment. I don't know when it came in. You're getting your team started finally. Yes, first recruit signed up last night, so I don't know if she's in here watching, Kim, but I am so excited for you to grab that first recruit. That is so wonderful. And October was a perfect time to get new stylists. Danielle, I see you tagged some people, and she's also not a licker. So girl, if you are not a licker, get one of these peel and seals. This is the Amazon Basics. If you search Amazon Basics A9, you'll get this one, the peel and seal, and I just buy these 100 packs of boxes, and then I never have to lick again because I can't stand licking things. Like, ugh, just thinking about it. Okay, put that away. Tip number 3, do you engage in their personal life, your customer's personal life? So some people do not like the idea of friending their customers, and others do. I am of the opinion that if you're my customer, you're also my friend, because you are helping support my lifestyle outside of a corporate 9-to-5. This is my business, and if you're my customer, you're someone that's supporting me, and I want to support you in whatever it is that you do in your life as well. So it's hard for me to show you how to do it. Well, I can't show you how to do it while I'm right here, but you have to do this from a desktop. So I'm just going to be one trick on how to do this. If you are the type of stylist that you like to friend your customers, you can set up what's called a friends list on your Facebook from a desktop. Can't do it from a phone, or if you can, I don't know how to do it. Someone else can tell us that. But you can go in and you can do like your Color Street customers friend list, okay? And then whenever you want to go in and engage with your customers, you can go over to that friends list, and it'll just populate a whole entire feed, like your normal feed, but only with your customers. So I can go in and I can spend 20, 30 minutes just making sure that I am interacting and engaging and being present in my customers' lives, telling them how cute their kids' Halloween costumes were, or congratulating them on a baby announcement, or whatever important things are going on. I'm making sure that I'm staying active and engaged in their lives so that they remember that I'm not just someone that is trying to make a profit from them, but I'm someone that really does care about them. So that was my tip 3, engage with your customers. Now, do you make yourself relatable? Are you just a stylist and you don't share anything about your life, or do you open up a little? And I'll tell you, I know it's hard. Some of you guys like to really be sheltered and keep your stories inside of you. But if you went to our 2019 Color Street conference, you will learn that storytelling is a huge way to be more successful in business. Sharing things about you, whether you think someone wants to listen or not, this is what we're doing now. Social media is kind of the way life is going. And sharing your stories, sharing your hopes and dreams, sharing things that are going on is going to make you a more relatable person. And then they don't just see that closed box, perfect pictures, perfect things that are happening. Or even some people I see, like sometimes stylists, they don't share anything but Color Street. And then all you are to your customer is a Color Street stylist. To my customers, I want to be a mom. I want to be a soccer player. I kind of want to be that like struggling mom who's struggling with all of these children, because that's like real life. I've got 4 kids ranging from 3 to 12, and that middle schooler is giving me a run for my money. So I want my customers to know that I'm not just a stylist, but I'm a real person too that is handling all of the different life challenges that they're handling as well. So make yourself relatable. That is my tip 4. And my last tip, tip 5, because I don't ever want these to go too long. I want them to be easy to watch, like right before you jump in the shower or while you're doing dishes or whatever. Are you consistent on your social media channels? And the reason that I mention that is because sometimes we can get into a pattern where we're only posting if something launches, which conveniently in Color Street, that's like every other week. But let's say the only time we ever launch is when we're asking for the sale. And the problem with that is we're only asking for them to purchase. We need to be consistent in other ways in our Color Street business besides just sharing with them things that they can buy. Let's share some fun ideas, some fun tips, fun nail fees that they could do and try with their nails. Let's just share some real life. I mean, like last night I posted me holding my bottle of beer, or my bottle of beer, because I was trying to deal with my 12-year-old who got in trouble and couldn't go trick-or-treating. It was a hot mess at my house, but I shared that picture because that was real life at the moment, had my nails in it. It was actively what I was doing, which was drinking my Oktoberfest beer to think about how I was going to handle my 12-year-old. And I made myself relatable and consistent on my social media by still getting Color Street in their mind because they saw those fun little sugar skull nails, but they also were able to read a little bit about what was going on in my life. So that post in itself hit a bunch of things. I was staying engaged, I was making myself relatable, but I was also being consistent. So make sure that you're consistent. You can't go into that VIP group and once a week say, hey, this is launched or that's happening, anyone interested? Because your customers that are in your VIP group or they're on your business page, they're going to stop getting those notifications. It's going to stop showing up in their feed if you're not actively in there posting. I recommend trying to post once a day. I think last month I did a quick training on how you could use a program called Later to pre-schedule your posting. You can also do it right from the Facebook platform if you want to, but just come up with a system or a way that you are staying consistent on your Facebook business page, in your VIP page. For me, I like a calendar or a schedule of events, so I try to post a tip on Tuesdays, and I try to post like a Thoughtful Thursday and like either a Friendship Friday or something that, I don't know, I go with all the things that the words sound similar with the same starting letters because I'm weird like that. But if whatever works for you and your brain and your way of doing things, just remember that you have to be present and consistent in your social media channels so that your customers continue to remember and see you. So those are my 5 tips. Make sure you're doing follow-up, send those personalized thank yous, engage in their life, and make yourself relatable and stay consistent. You do those 5 things and you are going to set yourself apart from the other Color Street stylists that are out there. Your customers are going to become loyal to you. They're going to become your friends. They're going to become your fans. And when they need Color Street, they're going to come to you. So what I want you to do, if you stuck around to the very end, is I want you to drop your #1 takeaway in the comments and tag a teammate or tag a battle buddy or tag someone just so that they can also read or listen to 5 things that can set them apart from being a stylist. And you guys can all be different. We'll all have a whole bunch of customers and make a whole lot of money. So you guys have a great November, and I'll hop on again here in a few days and do another training. Bye.